But the thing is, it comes down to, can Osset land, that amazing spear to set up a fight? I guess we'll find out as time does go on.
See, red buff here is going to be given over to Yellow Pete. Seals that up and we'll get down into his lane. Hercubot has the red buff from SK's side. Ocelot just being gifted the blue as Nif stood on a ward. He'll actually realize that there because the minions were attacking him while he was stood inside of the bush. He's going to back away. Lots of pings going down actually from SK's side of things as the spears are landing somewhere there. Someone did go a little bit low. But in the middle, again, to look at CS, Ocelot is still behind Jason.
Yep, the thing is, real quick, Hercubot was trying to make his way down towards his bottom lane. They do have a pink ward in that first bush, so they're trying to create an opportunity. As instead, he's going to be coming in from River, and I don't believe he's actually spotted at all, and this could be a successful gank for SK.
This could be very dangerous from EG. Will they fall for that trap? We see Yellow Pete going back and forth. Bit of damage exchange, but he's still waiting there. Hercubot is still looking to get involved in this bottom lane. Krepo and Yellow Pete are staying very, very cautious, not wanting to make that one fatal step that it could be in the end if you go that little bit too far and he jumps
Snoopy's
on you.
Coming down. Actually, might be very bad for SK. He might be able to get caught here.
They could actually turn this one around. Snoopy's going to go head first into that bush as Hercubot will dash away. Yellow Pete fluffs the ultimate.
Yeah, great play by, Hercubot just to get out, not really force any fights, force any deaths that they don't really need at this point. But we do have the top and mid laner both just sitting in the middle right now. As SK obviously did get that turret towards the top lane. They did get the first one of the game. And Aurelia just coming down, just trying to keep that lane safe, not let that turret go down at all. We do have Hercubot still sticking around in that first bush on the bottom side. And the thing is, if he can create an opportunity right here, it's going to be very devastating for EG.
Yellow Pete, though, his CS lead has actually started to fall away that little bit now. Candy Panda doing a good job of holding that one up, and they're freezing that lane there. They want Hercubot to have the opportunity to get right involved and get in towards this action, because so far he's opened them up a couple of kills. But where's the next action going to come in here, Jason? I mean, Dragon is up in 24 seconds. We saw it being taken last time around by EG without any problems. They lost their top turret as a result of it. Does that mean that SK this time around are going to be more involved?
It really could happen. That is going to be the next bit of action because they really want to contest that Dragon. Both teams are looking very strong enough for a team fight, but it's all up to EG if they want to kind of give it away and let Wicked push that top lane and get that turret down. However, you see him coming down, so it looks like they will, in fact, want to contest this. But, SK, they're not really in a position to do anything about it just yet, but Candy Panda did back, Ocelot did back. They picked up a couple of items. As you see, that Death Cap now done for Nidalee. So if they do get a good spear or two here, they really easily can open up that Dragon or open up a nice team fight for them. It's just all about EG trying to dodge this.
Well, EG have backed away once again, and that's just enough time for SK to get themselves back over here as the spear comes through, lands onto Snoopy, and you can see the amount of damage that it throws out there instantly. Not good. Don't want to be catching those spears.
Yeah, it isn't an insane amount of damage, but at this point in the game, that is a huge chunk. And with how the fights are going to work early on, it really does give you that nice opportunity. But Snoopy, with his passive, with Sona, was able to heal it all back up. SK really didn't, create an opportunity to do Dragon just yet, but they still have 4 members in that middle lane. They have Candy Panda at the bottom, just in case they decide to go for it. And Yellow Pete taking his double golems yet again, so he's trying to create a really huge gold advantage for him. But however, he still is down currently because of that kill over onto Candy Panda.
SK have seen now that Dragon is up and available for the taking. More spears, just trying to zone them out. They've got a ward in that back area of the Dragon Pit, so they know exactly if EG are coming from that route in. Hercubot does have his smite up. Snoopy does as well, though. So if both teams got that available for this next Dragon fight. Aurelia coming down, and all 10 players going to be on the south side of this map. But you can tell, just because of how close it is right now, neither team really wanting to make that, all that commitment to go in and have the Dragon.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, SK, they have that top lane pushing, so either they can just, kind of stall out at Dragon, you see them taking it right now, or Wicked has to fall back and get it, or he's just going to fall, a little bit behind on farm, as he currently does have the lead. But SK going to pick up the first Dragon of the game for them. That's much needed, and gives them that gold lead back.
Well, it's not over just yet. Lux is still in the general area. Got vision now. As you can see, SK just waiting out for this one. That Dragon is going to be taken down, though. And SK get the pickup of it. That's a great one for them. That leaves them just 300 gold behind.
Oh, that was a smart play by them, too, to kind of hold off on that Dragon just to make sure Froggen couldn't steal it away if possible. I guess I missed... Well, calculate the goal a little bit as they obviously didn't get that lead back, but I think as SK, they have the opportunity to start pushing a little bit if they want to, as you see that Spirit landing on Froggen doing a good chunk of his health. Obviously not half just yet, but still, it really shows that if Ocelot keeps farming, keeps getting stronger, he's really going to be a nuisance and really be hard to deal with for EG.
There was Kevin just coming back into that top lane as well. He's still 35 or so CS behind. Got a decent wave there to help him back off. And CandyPanda is also still behind, but it's really not a huge amount.
Yeah, looks like he's going for that Phoenix Edge as his first item. With that spray and pray, going to give him so much damage as long as they can create an opportunity for the team to line up. But I'm kind of surprised at how long this lane phase has actually lasted so far, because we're 20 minutes in. We only have one turret down. We have 2 dragons taken. But it's kind of unusual a little bit for SK, and I have to say for EG to not take any more turrets at this point. But, you know, after losing to SK in week 1, they don't want to kind of ruin any chance they have. They don't want to give the game away.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. I mean, both teams will be a little bit cautious about this one. You don't want to be throwing games, certainly. But, I mean, neither team's in a situation to throw it at this point, obviously. But you don't want to give away that opportunity where you think you're building, you know, a successful match in your favor. But as you said, 1-0 in turrets. Not really seen too much turret action. We've got EG here piling up the middle, though, with 3 men. Xinqiao already coming down to cover that one. Irelia is going to come down from that top lane. Twitch and Nidalee are moving in. Taric moving up, who he's been spotted there. They actually did just ping his position. And to be honest, if they had the support and AD carry, they could probably take that middle outer turret away. Yeah, very true indeed. And I'm trying to look at items right now and what EG kind of needs to build the next couple of items, as it looks like they will get this bottom turret. But Shurelya's, Joe, that would be such a perfect item for Snoopy to pick up, which I'm sure he will be picking up, you know, within the next 5 to 10 minutes, because it gives him that opportunity to get that hard engage onto SK, because they want to poke him down with spears. I see that another turret going down. So, you know, within the last 2 minutes, we saw 2 turrets going down for EG, and it gives them a little bit of a goalie there, and they're still not really getting any signs of stopping as they are now pushing this middle turret. Yeah, but it was brilliantly played, to be honest, from EG. Actually, Ocelot getting involved here is going to get hit by the laser. Will actually cleanse the binding off to try and escape. Oh, Yellow Pete hits the ultimate. Here comes a crescendo. Brilliant flash crescendo. Nif going very, very low. Crepo is super low here. That spray and pray just about having the damage there. That damn Twitch poison getting that final tick that it needed on him to get the kill. Actually, that was also with a trap that picked up the kill, funny enough. Yeah, okay. Right into that. But still, yeah, the poison, like, very true. I mean, that's kind of a deadly thing. You knew he was going to die eventually. It just depended on how long it was going to last. But such a great initiate out of EG. And it's kind of unfortunate. Ocelot blew that cleanse on that first little fight as he got stunned up by that light binding. And he can't afford to get caught out like that, because that's going to cost him the game. Yep. Very interesting stuff here, but that move from EG, you know, they piled in towards middle. SK all moved to middle to defend it. AD carrying support took the bottom lane, and then they went back into middle, and they just took 2 turrets without SK really having anyone, either of them, to stop it happening. And it forced them to be in a bad position, not exactly where they want to. I mean, Ocelot probably shouldn't have gotten caught there, but still, with all the confusion they were throwing around, they're able to lock him down and pick up a kill on top of that. So you do see item build's going to be progressing a little bit more. Wicked going to be going for that Warmog as his next item, which, I mean, when was the last time we didn't see that item built second on him? We do have Ninja Tyrese actually done for Snoopy, which is going to help out with CandyPanda. It's going to help out with Kevin as well. And we see the Depth Cap and the Hunting Guys now done for Froggen, and that means he's going to be so much more deadly. Doesn't have any CDR just yet, but as long as he keeps that blue buff permanent on him, he's going to have some pretty quick cooldowns on that ultimate, currently sitting at 40. But SK trying to make a play on this bottom turret. Should be able to get it without too much harass, and they, in fact, will get it and bring the turrets back to even. Urqubot actually walking in towards Yellow Pete. They're forcing him to really back away. Don't want to get engaged on, but again, EG saying, okay, you have that turret. You have 2 men down now. We're going to try and push this middle inner turret out there. As Ocelot barely missed that light binding coming through onto him, but they've got the damage here. They are going to finish off that turret. As we see Wicked go in, stuns Kevin up, but that's going to be all she wrote. EG not wanting to go too deep on it, but they've taken the turret lead, and more importantly, probably that inner turret in the middle lane. Yeah, that was actually such a great play of EG as they saw Urqubot and CandyPanda at that bottom lane. They forced some aggression. They really forced SK to respond to that, and they weren't ready for that. So picking up that turret, and you know, Joe, you always say that the middle turrets are the
key ones to take out, and this you'll see very shortly why. The jungle for SK now is completely off limits to them as long as EG keeps pushing and starts putting some wards down, and it really just kind of strangles them in terms of gold that they can accumulate. They have to extend pretty far on that top lane to get any kind of farm. Obviously, with how late and how tanky everyone is at this point, EG can dive on that turret very quickly. Their buffs are going to be very hard for them to take, and if Ocelot doesn't get his blue buffs, doesn't get that CDR and that mana regen, he's going to have a tough time, hammering away with these spears to create an opportunity for them to win a fight.
And he's out of mana now as well, which is bit of a problem.
It's a sign for EG to push.
Yeah, and we can see that EG has said, well, he's got no mana, he can't throw them spears our way. Why should we have why should we sit back and wait? As Wicked headed straight up towards Hercubot. Candy Panda was there as well, and you can see those auto attacks not really doing too much damage there on towards Wicked. They keep pushing through as the light binding lands. Here comes a laser, and he's gone so low from that. Not quite enough to finish off, but maybe importantly here, they're gonna be able to push through in towards the base. Hercubot and Nif both getting hit. They're going for this one. Varus ultimate comes in. Great crescendo onto Nif and Kevin. Can they finish off though? EG decide to back away.
Such a great play by EG right there. They knew they got Candy Panda so low, so they wanted to force a fight. Hercubot, who has to be their rock, their tank for their team, just got demolished by the damage that EG can put out. Dragon is now up, so EG is playing so smart. Their game awareness is insane because they keep punishing SK for being out of position, and now they're going to be able to get a Dragon on top of that and just really increase their gold loot that they currently are sitting on. And they do have a lot of gold stocked up. I mean, Froggen's in at 1,300 and Wicked at 1,000. And you think if Froggen gets, one more AP item, Candy Panda won't survive that damage.
Yeah, not going to be able to avoid it anymore as Twitch comes running in there, trying to mop anything up, but they'd already left that one. Now these two in middle need to be a little bit careful. Hercubot, Nif, and Kevin all coming in there, but they want the turret. That's the thing that SK want to reply with for this Dragon. They want that outer turret in the middle. And as I say that, they actually decide to back away. The entire team of EG were even backing away from that. But look at this farm for Candy Panda in the bottom lane. That is a lot of minions.
Yeah, he's got gold in his eyes for that. And the thing is, SK, looking at right now, what can they do to kind of create an opportunity for themselves? And they can't push the mid turret because they have their own 2 down. So if they do get engaged upon somehow, they're going to lose that fight. They could push the top side and force Wicked to deal with that, and then they could, finally push the mid lane, take that first turret down. But they've been limited on their opportunities because of taking that top turret so early and because of EG responding, taking those 2 middles.
Candy Panda is now finally ahead. Been tracking that throughout the whole game as so how he's been getting back into the creeps. But, if you look down the items, Infinity Edge Zeal, compare that over with a Bloodthirster already finished, the Phantom Dancer in as well for Varus. Let's take a check at these top 2 laners who we see going at it a little bit. Both of them got the Sunfire Cape. Warmog's finished for Wicked, Giant's Belt, and that one Rejuve bead on to Kevin. And Wicked is actually going in here. He's going to put the ulti down. Froggen will miss the light binding, but can they get in onto Kevin? He's going to flash away from that one. Yellow Pete did come in as well. The laser actually missing completely there. Well, this is going to be another turret for EG.
And this is what we were talking about earlier. I mean, there's no way that SK can defend that top tier 1 turret because EG is just so tanky. They did rotate men up there just to kind of lock that down. They might have even picked off Kevin if he didn't run away as quick as he did. But we might see an engage here, and they're going to have a fight.
They are going to go for it. Kevin is gone so quickly low. Hercubot coming in from the side, but it's already a 5 versus 4. Snoopy falling fairly low. Nif will be forced to move away from the side as well as a laser comes through. Nif expertly dodges that one, but can they get in there? Yes, Yellow Pete just about picks it up at the end. That is a 2 for 0 for EG.
And the thing is, EG, they're not letting SK play the game they want to. They're not letting them poke at them. They're just getting these hard engages, and every time they do, they come out with a win. And they do go 2 for 0 right there. Going to be backing with quite a bit more gold. But the thing is, EG, they have the opportunity now with the 2 middle turrets down, with that top one available. They can't easily just ward up the enemy jungle. They could potentially force a Baron if they want to. They have Wicked so far ahead right now. I mean, he's 0-0-3. He's a brick now in lane, as he was on a Shen in day 1. But there's not really much SK can do unless they can, disengage when they need to, and then poke when they have to and create an opportunity.
And Froggen there actually just throwing his ulti Candy Panda's way. Want him to send him home once again to heal up. Didn't quite land on him though. What have we had bought since then? We have Nidalee with that Athene's Unholy Grail in there now with that Rabadon's Death Cap plus an extra blasting wand as well.